Good evening, my lovely YouTube family, my dear friends, teachers, students out there. Welcome to Cambridge Veritas. My name is Krish. You can call me Krish. This is Krish at 9 p.m. at Cambridge Veritas. If you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe. Welcome to this wonderful family once again. And if you've been a participant with us for a long time, welcome with a big hug once again. As you can see, today is a very special session because we do not have a lesson today. Today, there's a lot of impromptu, there's a lot of extempore today. I'm not going to be showing you any slides on the screen, although I have mentioned a couple of things here and there. But essentially, the most important thing that we're going to be looking at today is talk about everything related to IELTS, strategies that have worked for me over the years as a teacher, and strategies that have worked for my students as well over the years. So this session is packed with a lot of interesting things, and we're going to be talking about personal experiences and personal stories, most importantly, in this session. Hi, Priya. So that's what this session is all about, first of all. Before we get started, I want to show you one very interesting question. This question is like a theme of today's session. So have a look. This question is, what made IELTS easy for many of my students? Now, just to give you a little bit of background, how I started teaching IELTS. Um, I was uh, I was teaching at a school called ILSC Vancouver when I was in Canada, and one day there was an opportunity because I had been teaching English for about a year or two, and there was a workshop one day which was all about teaching IELTS because I had not taught IELTS before. I wanted to be formally trained, so I started with that workshop. Over the years, I improved in terms of the ways I helped students overcome IELTS panics. But a lot of people do not know that many teachers who teach IELTS have not taken the exam themselves. I, on the other hand, before going to Canada, had to take the IELTS exam myself firsthand. So I knew the anxiety, I knew the pangs that students actually go through because I firsthand had that experience. For those of you who need to know, although uh, that result is quite old. I got an 8.5 on my speaking at that time. The year was 2009, and listening, reading, writing were almost all right as well. I was, yeah, I was just leaving the country for studying abroad, and that's when I had taken the IELTS. Little did I know that I'll become an IELTS examiner myself at a later stage. So for about 5 6 years, I taught IELTS, and in 2016 and 17, I applied 16 or 17. I'd applied to become an IELTS examiner, which is a completely different role. As an IELTS examiner, you sort of travel around the country, take interviews of people. You do not mark IELTS writing formally, but you definitely score candidates for IELTS speaking. I did that for about a couple of years as well before I moved to London. So over these years, there are a lot of things that I personally learned as an IELTS trainer, as an IELTS examiner, and now today as an IELTS teacher trainer as well when I train teachers and students together. So in today's session, we're going to be looking at some quick strategies that you can make use of, that you can use when it comes to uh, attempting different modules of IELTS and different skills of IELTS, such as listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Priya, Nana, good to see you guys. Hello. So today's session is all about what made IELTS easy for many of my students. But before we move ahead, I want to share something. Today's lesson is going to be a conversation between you and me. I can't run this lesson alone. Like I always say, none of these lessons are unidirectional. You've seen, if you've been on our platform, that all our sessions actually go through a lot of conversation, written conversation between you and me. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. But anyway, Please feel free to share your thoughts and experiences. If you are old, if you're a part of our family, you know that you know the protocol. But if you're new, please do make sure to do so either in the comments below if you're watching the lesson later or in the live chat. This lesson isn't complete without your participation. So, let's get started. In this lesson, I'm going to be sharing, have a look. In this lesson, I will share with you three lessons that I have learned over the years being an IELTS student and being an IELTS trainer and an examiner or a teacher trainer. So I'm going to be sharing those important three lessons with you. Lesson number one is on the screen. Please have a look. This is lesson number one. The lesson is actually related to what is the most, what is the toughest thing when it comes to IELTS. And I'm starting a poll for you in the live chat. Can you give an answer to this question? What is the hardest part of IELTS for you? Is it writing? Is it reading? Is it listening or is it speaking? Tasin, thank you for this question. How to get top marks in IELTS section. That's what we're going to be talking about in the next 15 minutes. That's okay. Don't worry about it. This is what today's session is about. So, what do you struggle the most when it comes to IELTS? Thank you. Thank you for putting your answers. Now, why I'm discussing this is most of the people said, as I can see the scores, reading it is. Okay. Some people said speaking 50%. You said writing is the easiest, really? Maybe there aren't a lot of students right now. Speaking is the toughest, then reading, and then writing. Okay. That's really interesting. I was expecting that writing is going to be the toughest for many people, but then that's okay. So, the first lesson that I have for you is this. Please have a look. It is incredibly important. Have a look at the screen. If you know clear strategy, you can beat hard work. If you're completing book after book, um, sample test after sample test, if you've been attending the best of the trainings out there, if you're putting in all the hard work that exists when it comes to the IELTS exam, that may not do the work. Because essentially, the most fundamental part that students are missing is the right strategy. So, what do we do about it? I've got a question for you. Are you somebody who's been working really hard for IELTS without clear strategy? You know bits here and there what to do, but the picture is still not clear for you. If it is the case, drop this emoji of your brain in the live chat, please, or in the comments below. Why are we doing this? Because now I'm going to share with you one by one what has worked the best. Okay, let me see. A couple of comments are coming. Priya says, I'm just going to highlight a few. Priya says, when I was a student, reading was difficult for me. Thank you, Priya. Suleiman says, writing and reading. Okay. All right. Thank you, Tahsin. Especially listening part. Okay, not a problem. That's what this session is about. So don't worry about it. So the first thing that I want to share with you is secret behind writing. All right. I repeat, secret behind writing. So let's go down. We're going to be looking at secrets for all the four skills that are out there here for us. But first of all, let's focus on writing. Can you tell me in the comments below what are your top, let's say, three problems with writing? Those of you who are watching us right now, either in the live chat or the comments below, can you let us know what are your top three struggles with IELTS writing or writing in general? I'm going to give you, let's take a minute for it. Okay. So I'm going to start a timer here for you. Let's get started. So I hope you're able to see the timer. The timer has begun. Can you think about top three things that are your biggest struggles when it comes to IELTS writing. Tell me what those struggles are. I'm going to highlight these struggles and put them on the screen for you. Okay. Priya says, when I was a student, it took me almost a year to score above 7. Now, when I look back, I know that I didn't have a proper plan. Okay. So Priya's answer is proper plan is one issue. Thank you. Similarly, I'm going to be putting other issues as well on the screen. Keep letting me know, please, what your struggles are. Difficulty getting started. Thank you, Nana. Okay, don't know where to start. Time's up. What about other people? Tasin says, my mind completely blanks, goes blank when I write, even can't generate ideas, especially writing section. Okay, so ideas is a major problem. Okay, I have exactly the perfect solution for you, Tasin. I'm just going to put your answers on the screen, your problems on the screen. T Spots says, although I know the structure of writing, but I don't know how to rewrite a high band writing. Okay, that's a good point. High band strategies. All right. What about other people? Megha says vocabulary is a major problem. Thank you, Megha. Academic vocabulary can be a big issue for a lot of people. That's true. Priya says lack of ideas when it comes to task 2. Okay. Task 2, lack of ideas. Okay. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to clap for all of you because you're very good with reflection, which is great. When it comes to IELTS writing, it's extremely important that you're able to at least know your weak points so that you can work on them. And a lot of people mentioned vocabulary, like some of you mentioned lack of ideas. I want to let you know that you're not alone. A lot of people go through these do, go through these similar problems when it comes to writing, but there's a very simple structure for it. There's a very simple way out for this, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. What is the way out? Allow me to show you. So there's a strategy. We call this strategy, listen carefully, we call this strategy the power structure. One more time, repeat after me. What do we call it? You have to repeat. This is a very, very important strategy that we teach students when it comes to IELTS. I repeat, this is a very important strategy that we teach students when it comes to IELTS. It's called the power structure. Power basically is an acronym. Does anybody know what does power stand for? I think we may have discussed it, but I'm not sure. Let's quickly recap it. Power structure is something that helps students do away with all the issues that you've spoken about when it comes to IELTS writing. So, for example, if you're struggling with not knowing a proper plan, getting started, vocabulary, lack of ideas, and you are able to score good band, but you don't know high band strategies, all of that can be done away with when you know the power structure. So in the power structure, what does P stand for? Thank you for putting all of the problems. Thank you so much. Thank you, Megha. What does P stand for? Now I want you to focus. I'm going to tell you the power pattern or the power structure that can help you improve your writing score. And it's very simple. So the P in power stands for the first step. So, for example, before you go for a trip, you do something. The word starts with P. I repeat, before you decide to go on a trip, there are a lot of things that you do. The word is P. What is that? Can you tell me in the live chat? It's a four-letter word. It's a four-letter word. It starts with P. Before you go on a trip, let's say it's summertime and you're going on a trip, what is that? What do you have to do before going? Planning. Marvelous. Super. Priya, T Sports, Nana. Excellent. So the first thing that you have to look at is plan. You need to plan, most importantly, when it comes to IELTS writing task 2, what is the question saying and what type of essay you have to write. So when it comes to planning, so for example, a lot of times questions ask you, listen carefully, here we go. A lot of times questions ask you, is this advantages, disadvantages question? Is it, do you agree, do you disagree, or do you do both? What do you think is the problem solution? So the first thing that you have to do is decide, plan, what are you going to do with the question? It's really simple. So the first thing, you don't even have to write. Listen carefully. You do not even have to write. You only have to decide, what are you going to do with this essay? Are you going to agree? Or I'm just going to write AG. Or are you going to disagree? DG. So the first thing that you have to do is just make up your mind, because the problem is, put your hand on your heart. Everybody, put your hand on your heart and tell me honestly, does it happen that you have different thoughts in the middle of the essay and you feel like, I wish I had written it the different way because I have better ideas for it? It happens to all of us. It happens to me as well. So because of that, students end up messing a lot with their scores. So what do you have to keep in mind? You have to decide in the beginning, this is the question and this is what my plan is going to be throughout the essay. Either I'm going to completely agree or I'm just going to completely disagree, or do both. But you have to be very clear with your plan. So that's P as in plan. If you understand this, show me a big thumbs up, or if you have any questions, please ask. If you understand this, please show me a big heart or a big thumbs up. Okay. Are you able to understand, everyone? Thank you, Priya. Thank you. Now, when the planning part is done, the next part that there is O. So now you got, let's say, a clear picture of what you're going to be doing. Okay. What does O stand for in power? O basically means you've got a lot of clothes. You've just washed your clothes and all of those clothes are strewn about haphazardly in your bedroom. What do? You have to fold them and you have to org. What is org? The word starts with O. Organize. Excellent. Superb. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Astha. Thank you, Priya. The next word is organize. What do you organize? You organize your ideas. Now, what does that mean, organizing ideas? It's really simple. Organizing your idea basically means, what is your main idea, one? And what is your main idea, two? This is the meaning of organizing. Whenever you write IELTS essays or IELTS report, you always have to decide, there are only two main ideas that you're able to write. Main idea, for those people who do not know what is main idea means the theme of the paragraph. And in body paragraph, there are only two body paragraphs that you can write with one theme in it. So you have to decide, if I agree with the topic, what is reason number one? That is main idea one. And what is reason number two? That is main idea two. And how do you do that? In the beginning, you always get, you have a total of 40 minutes or 60 minutes for both of the tasks, 40 minutes for essay, 20 minutes for descriptive writing. So what do you do with it? You make a mind map. Listen carefully. You make a mind map. Extremely, extremely important. Okay. Lot of students skip this step, step number 2, and because of missing step number 2, they end up actually losing a lot of marks. So this is extremely important. Once you know what you're going to do with your essay, you have planned it. Now it's time for you to organize it, understanding what is main idea 1, main idea 2. You use a mind map for it. All right? Extremely important. You basically decide roughly, there's a rough sheet that is given at the end of the question booklet. You basically decide this is what I'm going to do in main idea 1, this is what I'm going to do in main idea 2, and these could be supporting sentences or examples with it. Extremely important. So this was all about organize. You organize your ideas using a rough mind map at the end of the question booklet. If you understand this, show me a big thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Understood? Excellent. So that is point number 1. Point number 2 to remember. P as in plan, O as in organize. Now comes the most important part, W. Now comes the most important part, W. Everyone, you finally decide to, what is W? Thank you. Sheikh, Vicky, T-Spot, Nana. Mohammed doesn't understand, okay. Please do let us know what questions you have. Would be happy to answer. Agarthan, lovely. Thank you. Right, excellent. Thank you. Work, which is what is writing. Thank you, Vicky, Nana, Priya, T-Sports. You finally start to write those ideas, most importantly. So please do have a look. I'm going to put it down here for you. So W is you write those main ideas that you've decided. MI stands for main idea. Main idea 1 plus main idea 2. That's what you decide to do. But a lot of students still struggle to write. So I hope T-Sports, I don't know what your name is. Please do let me know what your name is so that I can call you with your name. So you'd mentioned initially that I struggle to get started. Getting started is a major problem. So once you have a rough, it doesn't have to be perfect. Once you're clear about, you're going to agree, disagree, talk about advantages, disadvantages, whatever. And once you organize your ideas on a rough mind map, you at least have a springboard that you can use to at least start writing. And I hope that answers your question. So you don't have to start writing with a blank head and heart. You can start writing using the mind map that you've created at the back of the question booklet. And that really helps. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. We seem to have a spam. I'm Sami. Hi, Sami. Welcome. How to write a high band writing. We're coming to that, but let's get started with this point. Thank you. So I hope we understand this part. If you understand point number 3, which is start writing, please show me a thumbs up. It's not a major point. But now the next point comes, which is E. What do you think is E? Now, once you have written, you have a plan, you've organized your ideas, you've written everything as well. Now, in the last 5-6 minutes, what do you think we do? What is it? What is E? You have to check for spelling, you have to check for punctuation errors, etc., etc. What do you think that is? Evaluate. There's an easy word for it as well, Nana. Although you're right, there's an easy word for it. It starts with 4-letter word. Absolutely, Priya. Thank you. Thank you, Nana, Priya. Thank you, guys. It is edit. In the Gone By days, you must have seen the common mistakes that students make. The Gone By series has been all about, what do you say? It's been all about the most common mistakes that students make, correct? And what are those mistakes? Spellings, punctuations, prepositions, choice of words, so many common problems, correct? In case you do not know what those problems are, I suggest you please go back, look at what those problems are that we've discussed in the series, which is common mistakes in IELTS, and that can help you sort of give you helicopter view of what all mistakes students end up making. And all of us, when I say students, I mean all of us, because you may be at advanced level in English, but you still end up making that mistake. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is something that we've got to avoid. Okay, so E is edit. Check for spellings, check for prepositions, check for if there are any common mistakes that I forget, please do let me know in the comments below in the live chat. There's spellings, there's preposition, there's choice of words, there's punctuation. For those people who do not know what a punctuation, what's punctuation? Symbols, full stop, comma, colon, semicolon. All of these words are called punctuation. Okay. What else? Am I missing anything here? Let me see your comments. Yep. Yep. Vocabulary, choice of words, which is vocab only. Absolutely. So, in the last 5 minutes of the essay, or for that matter, report writing or letter writing, you need to always give yourself this window of editing. Have you made any spelling mistakes? Have you made any punctuation mistakes, choice of words, prepositions, etc., etc.? And the last bit is something that you do finally before submitting and finishing. It starts with R. What do you think is R? You give a final check. It's not editing, but it's just going up and down once again just to make sure that everything is neat and clean, everything is in its place. What do you call that? It's a 5-letter word. It's actually 6-letter word. What do you think that is? Review. Excellent. Thank you. Capitalization. Thank you so much. Vicky, Priya, thank you guys. Capitalization. Let me just put it here. Capitalization. How can I forget? Such an important thing. R is, as you guys have mentioned, I'm very much in sync with you. R is review. Just give a final check. Although there isn't a major difference between edit and review. Edit is more like line by line, just seeing any of the errors, and review is finally just seeing everything is neat and clean, etc. Everything is legible, most importantly. What is the meaning of legible? That the word is easy to read. There shouldn't be any word, or you shouldn't clutter the last paragraph, because students end up writing and sort of cluttering everything towards the end like this. Unless you're typing it, when it comes to writing, it's sort of, there isn't space to write. So make sure that you give enough space, and you cover 250 words. So that's most important. Review is also a stage where you check your word limit. Yeah. If you feel that, and always it's preferable to write with a pencil, because especially with writing, because you can either remove something that is extra or add whatever you feel needs addition. So that is something that's very important. So this is called power structure. In case this is something that you've learned something new and you'd be able to use it, give me a big heart on the lesson. Thank you. Power structure, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think it is useful, or do you think it is? Do you think it's easy to use, or do you think it's not? What do you guys feel? Thank you, Garthan. Priya, Nana, Vicky, Tasin. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Sami. Lovely. Excellent. Alrighty. So this was about writing. Now I'm going to show you something that is related to. This was all about writing. I'm going to show you something that is related to reading. Now, if you want to take a picture of it, take a picture of it. Something that you can start using from today onwards. Take a picture, take a screenshot. Thank you very much. All right. And it is not only, how should I say, I want you to remember this. It is not only theoretical. Trust me, try with one writing mark and see how much you've improved, especially when it comes to those people who say that I'm not able to sort of collate and conflate ideas together when it comes to starting to write for IELTS. So try it with one reading mark only and see how your score is changing. And how to check if your score is changing, I'm going to be talking about it in the next 5 minutes. So stay tuned. But now it is time for us to move on to have a look. Reading. My God, reading haunts a lot of people. Now I'm going to give you a minute. The timer will start. Your time starts now. Can you tell me what are some problems that you face with IELTS reading? Feel free to voice it out. What is your biggest struggle when it comes to reading? The timer's on. Please feel free to put your answers in the live chat. Thank you. Good to know if it is easy to use. For all those people with us right now, thank you. List of headings and MCQs, okay? Thank you, Tasin. List of heading and MCQs, okay? Gotcha. Time management, that's a very important issue, yes. Very common issue, time management. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Garthan. Finishing in time, which is part of it. Thank you, Priya. Lack of concentration and comprehension skills. Bingo, Priya. Thank you. Priya's hit the nail on head with one thing, which is she's spoken about one reading strategy. It's called inference. Inference skill. Okay. Oh, by the way, I have a very interesting game for you, and I think we can play this game right now. This game is called 7 Reading Skills. Do you want to play that game with me? Very quickly. It is for teachers as well as students. If you know these 7 reading skills, it helps you tremendously when it comes to IELTS reading. Do you want to play that game? By the way, I have not planned that game. I have to arrange the activity right here, right now for you. But in case you're ready, I'm ready. I'm fine with it. Timing, vocab meaning, okay. Vocabulary is one. Thank you, Nana. Gotcha. Sorry if I'm taking too long to type, but I just want to make sure that I don't miss a point. Tasin has mentioned another important reading skill, which is skim and scan. Thank you, Tasin. Very good. Implicit concept, list of headings, which paragraph? Thank you, Suleiman. Matching headings. This is a question type that Suleiman has pointed out. Very good, Suleiman. It is matching heading questions. Good job. All right. Maybe I don't have proper reading understanding, although I got the exact location of answer, but I need to reread. Okay. Thank you so much. So that has particularly to do with, thank you for mentioning that, Sami. It has to do with majority of the times when you're not able to use the right reading strategy. Tension while seeing the timer, it's huge. Yes, though that anxiety can be massive. Absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that. All right. Okie dokie. Thank you so much. Thanks for mentioning all of these things. List of headings, MCQ types of questions, time management, reading strategy, which is inference, vocabulary, skim and scan, matching heading. Thank you. Do you want to play this game? I asked a question, waiting for people's answer. All right, Priya. Okay, thank you guys for mentioning that. I missed those answers. Let's get started. So you have to bear with me. Give me one moment. By the way, there are 6 or 7 reading strategies. Now, without checking the answers on the internet or chat GPT, can you tell me, until I arrange the activity for you, it'll take me about 30, 40 seconds. Can you tell me how many reading strategies that you're aware of? Tell those reading strategies to me in the comments or the live chat below until I arrange the activity for you. Time starts now. Get started, please. I'm very excited to play this game. It's a very important game. I'm almost ready. I'm waiting for your answers. You don't have to know all of them. Just do it so that we can check where we stand. Okay, let me see your answers, what your answers are. I'm going to highlight your answers one by one. Tasin says skim. Priya says skim, scan, inference, close reading. Good. Um, Ashutosh, skimming. Megha, Megha. Can we all clap for Megha, everyone? I absolutely love this answer when people say, dude, I don't know. Please teach me. Well done. Very good. That's a lovely answer as well. I don't know. Help me is a great answer that many people don't use. Thank you. No problem. We'll help you. Agarthan says skim, scan, close reading, identify main ideas and inference. Okay. Look all the question type to. Okay, good. Thank you. Now, for the first time ever, listen to me very carefully. For the first time ever, by the way, for those of you who do not know, uh, I completed one master's in the UK at Coventry University. I completed second master's at Bayes Business School, City University, London. Both of them were in business. And then a PhD. Throughout my education, still going on right now, throughout my education, two masters, one PhD. I'm telling you why I'm telling you why reading skills matter. There's only one thing that I've used when it comes to speed reading. Now ChatGPT has come, but when there was no ChatGPT, there was only one thing that was helping people like me who were constantly into books. And these are reading strategies. I'm going to now show you how many these reading, I think 6 or 7. I'm going to show you 6 reading strategies right now. We're going to play a game. I will show you 6 reading strategies with their definition. But there's a rule in this game. You can't ask ChatGPT. I want you to use your own mind because until you use your own mind, you won't be able to learn as well. Okay? Gotcha? We'll all work as a team together. We'll all work as CV family together, Cambridge Veritas family, making sure that we understand it step by step. This is step number 1. If you guys are ready, give me a big, gigantic, mahusive heart. Are you ready? Chalo, let's get started. Here we go. Please have a look. There's no rush. We have to do this together. Don't jump the gun. Don't give your answers in advance. Please, let's do this together. On the left-hand side of the screen are 6. By the way, take a picture of it first. On the left-hand side of the screen, there are 6 reading strategies. I want you to repeat after me. Don't read. Hello, bello. Don't read everything. Just repeat after me. Deducing. Deducing meaning of context. Lexis is written there. Lexis means vocabulary. For those of you who do not know what is Lexis, Lexis means vocabulary. Number 2, repeat after me. Inferring meaning. Once again, repeat after me. Number 2, inferring meaning. Number 3, repeat after me. Here we go. Skimming. Skimming for general meaning. Listen carefully. Skimming for general meaning. Number 4, repeat after me. Intensive reading. Say it one more time. Intensive reading. Thank you. Number 5, scanning. Not for general meaning, for specific information. This is very important. Scanning for specific information. Repeat after me. And the last strategy is prediction. Repeat after me, please. Excellent. The game is one by one, we will read the definition on the right hand side of the screen. I repeat, we will read the definition on the right hand side of the screen, and then we'll decide, we'll try to guess what definition is it on the left hand side. I mean, what reading strategy is it on the left hand side? To make this game easy for you, I have made some words bold. All right, ready? If you guys are ready, show me a big thumbs up. All right, lovely. Let's begin. So here we go. I'm gonna, okay, let's read number one. Guessing. If you know these reading strategies, you will be able to attempt reading questions with a lot of ease. Of course, you would still need strategy. Sorry, you would still need practice, but these are all the reading strategies that exist, nothing else. So let's read A together. Guessing what the text will be about based on headings, subheadings, and any introductory information. Guessing is the word that I have put in bold. So which one do you think it is? A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which one is it? You have to match. Thank you. Vicky has given her answer. Nana has given her answer. Thank you, Agarthan. What about other people? So the correct answer is, when you guess what the text will be about based on heading, subheading, and the information that is given in the first two sentences, ladies and gentlemen, this is called educated guess. We call it prediction. This reading strategy is called prediction, and sometimes I like to call it educated guess. All right. One more time, we call it prediction. So the answer of A is 6. Thank you for all. Thank you to everyone. Now let's do B together. I'm going to enlarge it a bit for you. Let's read B together. B is understanding the meaning. Focus on the word. Meaning of words based on context and word parts. For example, you look at the prefix of the word. For example, dis. Dissatisfaction means opposite of satisfaction. Roots of the word and suffixes of the word. So which strategy do you think it is? B. Which one is B? Deducing meaning of lexis. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Priya. What about other people? What do you think quickly is the meaning of this? Thank you, Nana. All right. Thank you, Sami. The correct answer is, please have a look. The correct answer is deducing the meaning from the context. What is the meaning of the word lexis? Lexis means vocabulary. Don't get scared whenever you see the word lexis. Ladies and gentlemen, lexis means vocabulary. One more time. Lexis means vocabulary. The meaning of deduce is you understand. For example, okay, let's just listen to me. For example, imagine, here we go. Have a look. Imagine there's a word. Imagine there's a word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'm intentionally giving you a very absurd vocabulary. There's a word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You do not know the meaning of the word. Then what do? You deduce. What is the meaning of deduce? You read the sentence before it, you read the sentence after it, and you read the main sentence as well to try to guess what could the meaning of that word be. A lot of the times, the answer is just one word. And if you do not understand that word in the IELTS exam, you'll not be able to give correct answer. So in that case, you use this very important strategy. What do we call this strategy once again? We call this strategy deducing the meaning of lexes. Read the sentence before, read the sentence after, and the main sentence to try to guess what could be the meaning of that word. If you've understood this, give me a big heart or whatever you prefer in the live chat, please. If you've not understood this, please feel free to ask one more time. If you have no questions, thank you, Vicky. If you have no questions now, I want you to read C. Have a look. Let's read C together. Understanding implicit. What is the meaning of implicit? That means not clearly given. Understanding implicit ideas or information in the text that is not directly stated. It is implicit. Sometimes implicit also means reading between the lines. Imagine you have a friend who never gives you straight answers. He or she or they are very, very diplomatic. And they always say, I may go to the party, I may not. They're not giving you clear answers. Well, I may go, I may not. This is called implicit description. That means it's not clear. There's something hidden in it. So, which one do you think it is from here? And by the way, it's not number 2, or it could be, I don't know. Okay, Vicky says, what's the difference between deduce and infer? Both sound like guessing or conjecturing something. Vicky, well done. Well done. Very good question. Let's have a look at both of them. You will know it automatically. Nana says it is for intensive reading. But what about other people? 15 people in the room right now. All those people who are watching, guys, welcome to our live interaction. What do you think it is? Priya says it is 2, inferring. Don't worry if your answer is right or wrong, just give your answer. Okay, we have Vicky's answer as well. Nana said it is 4. Okay. Agarthan, very good. Thank you. Agarthan's Sami, excellent. Okay, you guys are all right. It is inferring. Infer means whenever the meaning is not clearly stated, ladies and gentlemen. Listen carefully. Hello, bello. Whenever the meaning in a particular sentence is not clearly stated, you have to read between the lines because somewhere it is positive, somewhere it is negative. You have to try to now use your own comprehension to see what is it really trying to say. That's called inferring. Very, very important. This strategy is infer the meaning. One more time, inferring meaning. That means you have to understand the meaning. Now let's have a look at D. This is reading strategy number 4. Carefully read and analyze a text in detail to fully understand its meaning. And Sami, it is for you. I think you had mentioned that you face problems with matching heading questions. When you face problems with matching the heading, listen carefully, I'm telling you golden knowledge right now. When you face problems with matching heading questions, that's when you use this strategy. You carefully read and analyze a text in detail to fully understand its meaning. And sometimes you use it for MCQs or yes, no, not given questions as well. YNNG or true, false, not given, TFNG. YNNG means yes, no, not given. TFNG means true, false, not given. Which strategy is it? Intensive reading. Thank you. Of course, for Nana says, okay. It's all Greek to you, okay? Gotcha. I'm in the same boat, fella, okay? I'm drawing in between deducing and inferring. No problem. Let it all finish. Ladies and gentlemen, D is in fact for. You guys are right. Well done. It is intensive reading. Let's quickly read E. You quickly look through a timetable to find out what time the next bus leaves without reading the entire schedule. It is a particular type of information. For example, the text says, when is Krish's birthday? It's not asking for Krish's personality, it's asking for a specific type of information. Birth date. So it's going to be a number, it's going to be a date. Somewhere month is going to be written, year is going to be written, a date number is going to be written as well. So which one is it? When it is asking for a particular type of information. Scanning. Yes, intuitions, okay. Scanning, okay. Perfect. Well done, thank you. Okay, let me tell you quickly. The answer is, in fact, very good. Well done. The answer is scanning. Thank you. The answer is scanning. And the last one is, you quickly read the first and last paragraph, or sometimes the first and last sentence of a paragraph to get an overall idea of what it is about without focusing on the details. So this one is apparently skimming. Yeah. Now I want you to listen to me carefully. Most of the times when it comes to IELTS reading test, there are two strategies that you have to use: scanning strategy and skimming strategy. Listen carefully. There are only two strategies that you have to use: either scanning strategy or skimming strategy. And I want you to focus on this, what I'm going to show you now. Please have a look. Thank you. Have a look, please. This is something that's very important, guys. And a lot of people actually miss it because they don't know it. Thank you. Okay. When it comes to skimming, have a look. There is skimming, then there is scanning. Now, when do you have to use these strategies? This is very important to remember. When it comes to skimming, you actually use this strategy with questions like matching. You also use this strategy with questions like matching headings, or matching either headings or summaries. Headings and summaries, you use the strategy skimming. Why do you do that? Because imagine if there's a reading passage and there are multiple paragraphs that are given to you. In that case, you should only read the first sentence and the last sentence to try to deduce or infer, like you guys are sort of having a pun, uh, a jest conversation in the live chat. So you should only read the first sentence or the last sentence to infer and deduce what the right heading is or the right summary is for that particular paragraph. So the right strategy that goes in that context is skimming. If you understand this, show me a big heart or show me a big thumbs up. Now, when it comes to scanning, now this is important. We use this strategy scanning whenever on planet Earth you have to discuss any question that's asking you for specific information. Now, what is the meaning of specific information? Please have a look. This one is specific or this one is general? Matching headings and matching summaries. Is this specific type of information or is this general kind of information? Tell me in the chat box, please. Is it the specific kind or is it the general kind? It's general. Very good. Thank you, Nana. It is general. So you use this when it is general conversation. On the other hand, when it comes to scanning, you particularly use it when you're asking for specific information. For example, names, dates, numbers. What else? Uh, Names, dates, numbers, predominantly nouns or um, any verb for that matter. So remember, it can categorically be divided in two parts. For matching, any type of matching question, use skimming. And for any type of specific information, use scanning. It's incredibly important. If you understand this, give me a big thumbs up. Thank you. If you understand this, give me a big thumbs up, please. Thank you. All right. Now let's get back here. So these are the 6 strategies: deducing meaning of lexis, inferring meaning, skimming for general meaning, intensive reading, scanning for specific information, and prediction. Take a picture of it, please. This is a very important thing that we've done today. This is the first step that we often teach on our IELTS course. Things that you should keep in mind. This is the first thing. First day, we cover this. And if Jyoti is in the room, Jyoti had done it. Jyoti often sees the lessons later, but if she's in the room, she'd know. She'd reckon that this was the first thing that we did as well. Thank you. Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much. Shall we move on? So, whenever the next time you face any problems related to reading, my lovely fam, Cambridge Veritas fam, YouTube fam, whenever you face this problem, any of these problems, try to connect it with the different reading strategies that we have, and hopefully it'll help you with practice, of course. It's not a magic wand, but you'll have to practice. Okay. Any questions? If we are good to go, please let me know. Good to go. G2G. Please type G2G in the chat box. Yeah, yeah, yes. When you speak fast, definitely, why not? All right, thank you so much. Now let's quickly move ahead to the next part. Please have a look. Now I'm going to give you 1 minute. Can you take this 1 minute and tell me what problems do you face with speaking? 3 seconds. What are the different problems that you face with skimming? Oh, sorry, speaking. I'm still in that mindset. Prashant, I like the way you're teaching. And I said, lovely, God bless. Thank you. We're happy that it was useful for you, Prashant. Thank you. For those of you who are watching and you want to learn something related to IELTS, we go live every day, guys. Make sure to not miss. No penny to spend. The idea is for us to learn something new. Thank you. Okay, Nana says, stuck while speaking. Superb. Stuck while speaking. Gotcha. Thank you. And other people? Vocab, my God. Priya says coherence. A lot of people mispronounce this word, by the way. Have a look. How do we pronounce this word? On the screen. I don't know where the remote is. Leave it. So, okay, here we go. Please have a look. How do you pronounce this word? Many people mispronounce this word. I'm going to come back to that, but how do you pronounce it? Here we go. How do you pronounce this word? Many people say coherence, coherence, but the correct form is co. It's a diphthong, by the way. A lot of people who do not know, who have not studied phonetics, this is called a diphthong, au sound. We also call it Shakti Kapoor sound. Co, here, rinse. Repeat after me. Coherence. Loudly, clearly. Until you speak loudly, clearly, it will come incorrectly. Don't speak like this. Say loudly. Coherence. Coherence. Thank you so much. Gotcha? Excellent. Now let's get back. I'm just going to write what you guys have mentioned here. So you're saying coherence is one problem. Stuck while speaking. Vocabulary. Vicky, I like the imagery that you'd actually used. Vocab. So sorry if I'm taking some time to write. Thank you. Prashant says, I'm stuck with my writing. How could I improve it? Prashant, we just spoke about how to improve writing in the beginning of the lesson. So try going back after this part. We want you to be in sync with us currently at the moment. But when the live finishes, go back in the beginning. We are talking about how to improve writing. Using correct words, we'll put it in vocab. Vicky says exactly. Okay. Mega says, run out of words. My God, vocabulary is common for a lot of people. Sami says, how to memorize high or capable words or use it in speaking? That's a very good question, Sami. And there's a very important trick that I will discuss with you. So I'm going to write this here, memorize. Okay. Sami, I'm going to come back to this question. It's a very nice question. Translating, very good, Agarthan. Translating, superb. Fear of criticism, that's nice. That's got a lot to do with. Thank you. Coherence, excellent. Coherence, yes, yes, yes. Part two, how to build intonation. Very good, Sami. That's good. Coherence. Priya says, in my opinion, many people think they lack vocabulary, but actually what they lack is idea. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that. Okay, now there's something very important that I want to share with you. Listen carefully. I'm going to highlight these points individually. By and large, they fall in these 6 categories that you've mentioned. Whenever we do a course on Cambridge Veritas, and throughout my teaching journey, I used to have a manager, a very nice lady. Her name was Magda, and sorry, her name was Basha, Basha. Her name was Basha, and she, during my early days when I was an IELTS trainer, she told us, always use this feedback sheet. I'm going to show you one feedback sheet. Now, if you have a trainer, you can request them to give you feedback using that. On Cambridge Veritas, on Saturdays and Sundays, we particularly run sessions for giving feedback. Of course, those sessions are paid, so you can always get in touch with the counselors. What I am trying to show you is this sheet. Whenever you give whenever it comes to IELTS speaking, are you able to see it? Sorry, you're not able to see it. Wait. Whenever it comes to IELTS speaking, ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully. Always use this feedback sheet. You will be able to see, you will be surprised to see how you are progressing from the first mock that you had taken to, let's say, the nth mock that you have taken. Because one by one, this sheet is incredibly important for teachers who are watching right now and for students as well. Because you're able to see where you lack, and you're able to also see your improvement from your first mock to the subsequent mocks after that. So take a picture of it. It's very, very important. So what's in this feedback sheet? It is divided in four parts. Part one is fluency and coherence, which talks about how much you're hesitating, what is the length of your answer, are you able to connect your ideas or not. Then point number two that you have to remember is, have a look. Point number two is lexical resources, which means your vocabulary. Do you have a wide range of vocabulary? Are you using any idioms and collocations? Are you able to paraphrase your ideas? That means say the same thing but in different ways. Are you able to do it or not able to do it? Then grammatical range and accuracy, which means have a look. Are you using complex sentences? Are you using different types of tenses? Are you able to avoid any grammatical mistakes? It's fine to make grammatical mistakes, but are you able to self correct yourself or no? And the last thing is have a look, pronunciation, voice and accent. Are you pronouncing words accurately? Are you able to join the words together to sound more natural? We also call it linking and elision. And are you able to vary, not very, vary? Are you able to vary your intonation or no? If you're able to do these four things, four categories, one, two, three, four, it gives you a very good intonation, idea of what your speaking band should be and how you should basically improve. You're able to self assess yourself, most importantly. Okay. So, for those of you who are teachers as well as students right now here, this is a wonderful feedback sheet that you can make, that you can use. Thank you. Do you think it is useful or do you think no? Nana says it's okay to make mistakes. I've heard somewhere to is human. Uh, Jokes apart. No, it is an idiom. To is human. It is an idiom. Yes, and that's totally fine. Thank you, Agarthan. Lovely. All right. Now, I want to address a few things that you guys had mentioned in terms of the problems that you face. So, you mentioned translating, stuck while speaking, and memorizing. Okay, this is something that I want to highlight. Have a look. I want to highlight this because it is an important point. I don't want to miss this point. So, somebody mentioned, I want you to give me tips right now as we start. I want you to give me tips. The problem that was mentioned was memorizing the words. Memorize. So, how to do away with that? What is the solution of it? What do you think? I'm asking you this for a reason because there's a very simple trick. But I want to pick your brains first. What do you think is the right solution of memorizing the words? Do you have any friends? Is there anybody who's spoken about it before? I'm not able to remember words. What should I do? Sami, I'm answering your question right now. How to memorize? Make some trick? Okay, let me tell you something very important. If you are a teacher, if you're a student, this is what we do during teacher training. This is what we do during IELTS courses, and it's incredibly easy and very important. Never ever give if you're a teacher right now, never ever give your students a list of 100 words or 20 words, etc. This strategy is a flop strategy. It doesn't work because mind likes to register simple things. Mind doesn't like complicated things. So what do you do? What is the right what is the right way out? Hmm? The right way out is it's a trick. Listen carefully. It's a trick. It's a very important trick. Only learn any three. Have a look here. Only learn any three idioms that you like and make sure you use it. Any three idioms that you like. For example, cost me an arm and a leg. What is the meaning of this? It means something that is expensive. It means something that is expensive. Cost me an arm and a leg. So, for example, instead of saying this jacket, this denim jacket was very expensive. Now, this is very basic vocabulary. Everybody uses it. On IELTS, you have to use something that is hatke, something that is uncommon. So you use an idiomatic expression and you say, this jacket cost me an arm and a leg. So, like this, only learn two more idioms. So, basically, three idioms, ladies and gentlemen, and make sure by hook or by crook, you have to use it, contextualize it in IELTS writing as well as IELTS speaking. So, the simplest trick to remember is don't remember. Just make sure you use three, and those three are enough. I've been doing this for 15 years. It will save your time and it will save your energy, and you will end up using it somewhere appropriately as well. And it'll save you a lot of anxiety as well. And you look forward to using it as a matter of fact. Okay? So don't learn 15, don't learn 20, don't learn 100. Nobody gives a flying fox. Your examiners don't give a flying fox. Nobody does. They only want to see, are you able to use it here and there somewhere in your writing as well as speaking? Have a look, please. Only learn three idioms for the exam, and that's my 2 cents for you. Okay, Priya says, I always use piece of cake once in a blue moon, and I feel, yeah. Get beyond it because these idioms are also getting very basic, Priya. Thank you. Thank you. White elephant. It takes two to tango. Nana, you are as cool as a cucumber. Sami, understood? I want big hearts from you, Sami, if you've understood this. Thank you so much. Guys, everyone, if you found this trick useful, tell me in the live chat, give a big heart to the lesson, and make sure to subscribe. Thank you, in case you haven't yet. So, this was all about speaking. Writing is done, reading is done, speaking is done, and the last bit is that I want to show you. Prashant says, writing is a formal language, then how could we use idioms, sir? Very good. Prashant, thank you for asking this question. But kisne bola idioms are not formal? Who said idioms are not formal? Idioms are a part of lexes. They can be both. I know there are a lot of trainers who teach out there. They have not taken IELTS themselves ever. Uh, please beware of such advice. When trainers say do not use idioms, no, bhaiya, you have to use idioms. It is uncommon vocabulary, but yes, make sure to use academic vocabulary. That's important. Thank you. You have to make sure that you use idiomatic expressions. Why? Because if you go to, Prashant, I'm talking to you right now. If you go to IELTS band descriptors, it's a PDF that is available on the internet. IELTS speaking band descriptors. They very clearly state you have to use uncommon vocabulary such as collocations and idioms, which are uncommon but yet academic. So idioms are important. Thank you. I hope it helps. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Priya says, I've heard if we use idioms in writing, it is considered as memorized phrases. I'm sorry, I have to disagree there. Yeah. The denim jacket for sure broke the bank. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you so much. Now, this was one part of it. And the last bit is listening. I want you to tell me in listening, we're going to start with this 1 minute rule. What are the different problems that you face with listening? This was all about speaking, and I hope you learned something new. What are the different problems you face with listening? Could you type your answers in the live chat, please? Thank you. Accent, okay. Vocab, maps, okay. Interesting, yeah. So sorry if I was blowing air in your ears. Accent, maps questions, vocab, speed. Okay, vocab is there, speed, or we can say pace. Thank you. People who speak like bullet train and able to comprehend sometimes, okay. MCQs, mainly double MCQs, okay. Okay. Have we written MCQs? Okay. What is double MCQs? I've never heard of it. Inference, especially in MCQs, okay. By the way, okay, MCQ. Thank you. Many people have said MCQs. Okay. Accent, maps, vocab, pace, MCQs. Uh, thank you so much. When it comes to listening, please listen carefully. When it comes to listening, there are again listening strategies as well, but we're not going to be talking about listening strategies. I have a very simple formula for you. This is for teachers as well as students right now who are watching us. There's a difference between, okay, let me show you here. Give me one moment. There's a difference between a lot of people do not know. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, please have a look. This is very important. Thank you. There's a difference between, there are two phases when you're getting trained for IELTS. So the first phase on the left hand side is called the training phase. I repeat, the training phase. And the second phase is called the testing phase. Okay. Now there's something that I want you to keep in mind. When it comes to, if you're self training yourself for IELTS listening, this is my piece of advice for you. Always play the recording minimum 2 times when you're preparing for the IELTS exam. Now, I know a lot of people will disagree with me, and a lot of people have disagreed over the years, but this is what we teach during teacher training, and this is what I have personally learned over the years. You can't test yourself on something that you have not trained yourself on. I repeat, you can't test yourself on something unless you've trained yourself on it. So you hear the same recording 2 times. I know on the exam you only play it once, you only hear it once, but you play it 2 times during your training phase so that you can understand the accent, so that you can understand what is the main idea of the audio, so that you can understand what are the specific pieces of information that the question is asking you, specific pieces of information. You do this multiple times using the same strategies of skimming and scanning. They also exist in listening, by the way. But it's important to play the audio minimum 2 times so that you're able to go through all of this. And by the way, there's no magic wand for listening. It is a repetition process that helps, especially with listening. I repeat, it is, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, a repetition process that helps with listening. However, when it comes to mocks, when you've done enough practice, there are multiple types of questions. There's MCQ, there's short answer type, SAT, there is matching as well. If there's anything that I'm missing here, please let me know in the comments below. So, with all of these different types of questions, whenever you play the audio, make sure to play it 2 times. The first time when you play the audio, only focus on general idea, what's taking place, what's happening. I'm talking about if you're preparing, self preparing. Okay. And if you're a teacher, this is what you should do with your students. First time, just general. Help students understand the general meaning of the audio. After that, give them the questions that they have to find the answers of and play the audio the second time. When you play it the second time, they will feel more confident. Isn't that true? Tell me, isn't that true? You'll feel more confident when you hear it the second time. It will help you build understanding of the different accents that there are. American accent, British accent, Irish accent as well. Sometimes, my God, Scottish accent, my God, so hard to understand. Uh, bu- 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 Sentence completion, absolutely. Sentence. So many basically different types. So the second time when you hear it for specific information. I'm just going to write SP, specific information. Now, when it comes to testing phase, then you only play it one time. Then you don't have to play it two times. Just play it one time. If you found this useful, show me a big heart. If you do not find it useful, that's totally fine. But the idea is I became a teacher trainer in 2020. And since 2020, the only feedback that we've received from teachers is, and this is what research says as well, you can't, and it's common sense, it doesn't have to be proven by research. You can't test something from day one that you've not trained, that you're not trained on, isn't it? So that's all that I wanted to say about listening. Thank you. So make sure to please listen properly. Listen at least two times the audios that you're trying to play on. Yep. Thank you, Megha, Priya. Lovely, 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 lovely. Thank you. Let's move on. So, these are a couple of things that I wanted to mention. When it comes to practice with feedback, it changes everything. This was the second lesson of the day. Make sure to use this sheet that we'd mentioned before. Take a screenshot of it in case you don't have it. If you are a student, practice with it with somebody at home. They can always tell you if you did it or if you didn't do it, maybe with a friend who you think has better English than you do. All right. So this is something that I wanted to share, and this is the last lesson of the day, and it's called mindset shift. Like many of you mentioned, you fear speaking most importantly. So I want to ask you this question, and let's take 60 minutes to answer it. A quick tip. My question is, what do you do when you get nervous before the speaking test or in general? Is there any particular tip that you have to share with us? Yes, I agree. Thank you, Priya. What do you do when you get nervous before the speaking test or in general? We'll start the 1 minute timer. Thank you. Prashant, sorry, I missed this question. Um, Cambridge Veritas has recorded classes of IELTS, cut to cut strategies that you need to use. Within that, uh, there is uh, there is feedback assessment and assistance. Uh, Please get in touch with the counselors. I think the link of it is available in the description for your perusal. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to read out your answers. Oh, that's lovely. That's great, Prashant. Keep up the good work. Deep breathing. That's good. Agarthan, I do the same. Deep breathing is one. Something that my mother taught me when I was young. Deep breathing. After test, be quiet and try to take medicine. Sami is fun. Sami says take medicine, okay? Priya says fear is a psychological state, so deep breathing would work. Yep. Vicky says I write down my thoughts for clarity. Wow. That's that's great. Writing down thoughts, reflection. Thank you. To be honest, I certainly go in my deep breathing mode. And can I share something funny with you? I know you guys are going to find it funny, but I want to share something funny with you. I think about Barack Obama, great speakers. Mm, I don't care about, I mean, not focusing on the political background of it or the political um, uh, affiliations that people have, but I sometimes feel when I have to speak in public, for example, look at this lesson right now. If I take you out of the camera and if I bring you here and make you stand and talk to the public like this, unknown people sometimes, many of you I know, but many of you sometimes you keep on joining every day new people. I have to connect with you. It's a different skill. I may be a good teacher, but connecting with you virtually is a completely different ball game. I get nervous as well. Although I've been doing it for many, many years, still get nervous. Then my trick is, and I want to share with you, I think about great personalities. Um, my mom is a very good speaker. My Barack Obama is a very good speaker. I told you that I really like Aishwarya Rai. I think she speaks really well. Sushmita Sen. I met Sushmita Sen very closely when I was in Mumbai as a kid, and uh, so I think about these people, and automatically some sense of confidence comes in me, and I feel that if they can do it, why can't I? And suddenly, this rush of emotion really helps me. What about you guys? Thank you. Positive affirmations, okay. Meditation, very nice. All right, thank you. So, certainly use whatever works for you, but a couple of things are deep breathing, thinking about people who have done it, and sort of self affirming that you can do it as well. Writing down your thoughts, self reflection is wonderful. Not easy, but does wonders. Positive affirmations and meditation. Bingo. Bravo. Thank you. All right. Well done. Now, we're going to leave this time for some final set of questions. Please do drop your IELTS struggles or doubts in the chat. If there's anything that you feel I've not covered so far, and any questions off IELTS, whatever that you'd like me to cover, please let me know, and would be happy to. I'd be happy to answer. Certainly, yeah, it always works for me. I do not understand number two. Let me go back. Number two is writing down your thoughts. So, correct me, Vicky, if I'm wrong, but what Vicky is trying to say, Sami, is that she thinks about what did not go well and she writes it, or what went well, she writes it, and thinks about it, how she can improve in the future. So, this is something that helps. Yeah, thank you. We're almost inching towards the end. Let me know if you have any questions. Priya says, but during the test time, mostly mine will, okay. Yeah, I mean, you have to work on it using what we've mentioned, and you want to have a notepad to write down things. During the test, you are given a rough sheet of paper where you're able to sort of put your ideas down. So I think that helps. Putting your negative thoughts down is just like journaling, okay? Helps in anxiety. Super. Thank you. Any questions, guys? Thank you. Abdur says, take time, okay? Thank you. Any final questions that you feel we've not covered? Let's quickly revise until what we have done so far in this session. We started the session with what's the hardest thing for you when it comes to IELTS, and many people said that it's reading, to my surprise, speaking, to my surprise, and I thought it was going to be writing, but speaking, that's fine. Then we learned lesson number one of the day: strategy helps and it beats hard work. You need to know the right strategy. We spoke about the power structure for writing. We spoke about 6 reading strategies. Here are those reading strategies. These are the 6 reading strategies that we covered. Then we spoke about, for speaking, the feedback sheet. The feedback sheet is here. We said use this feedback sheet with somebody. As a teacher, you use it for your students, and as a student, use it with somebody who speaks better English than you, maybe a friend or somebody at home who can help you give feedback. And for listening, We said there's a difference between testing and training, so make use of it. So these are the things that we covered. Always focus on the feedback that you're getting for IELTS. It really helps. And mindset shift is very important. We finally looked at some strategies that you can use. You have some questions. Okay, thank you. My dear YouTube family, thank you so much. I know it's very late in India. We started at 9 o'clock. I think it is 10:30 right now. It's exactly 10:30, I think. God bless. Loads and loads of love. I hope you found today's session useful. There was no structure to this lesson today, just a basic outline that I had given. But the idea was to help you with any questions that you keep coming up with. And I hope I was able to solve your queries. We're going to meet tomorrow. We're going to resume our IELTS journey. So, in case you are new, make sure to subscribe if you found the lesson useful. Make sure to share it with your colleagues and friends and whoever is preparing for IELTS and who you think can be benefited with the help of the discussion that we've had in this lesson. And most importantly, like the lesson. Very important. We want YouTube to share it with more people who are preparing for IELTS, and if you found it useful, maybe they can find something useful in it as well. Okay. All right. Lovely. Okay. Priya says, could you please do one ESL lesson once in a week? That'd be great. Absolutely. I think we're in a bit to start another channel completely altogether for ESL teachers, particularly Priya. So I'm gonna keep you posted for that. Thank you for the suggestion. All right. Good night. Take care. Loads and loads of love. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Good night. Can we clap for everyone? Good job today. Super. Well done. Thank you. Good night. Bye bye.